Then, a subject that I don't really think is talked about enough. But let's talk about the narcissism in Nigerian men and how the culture of Nigeria breeds that narcissism. Let's talk about how these Nigerian men never get to acknowledge their trauma, their pain, because they have to suck it up and be a man. And I think that you have to understand, when a man has grown up in poverty his whole entire life, and he is stuck in survival mode. These men, most of these men, a lot of these men are stuck in survival mode. They will never be able to truly love you. Because when you're stuck in survival mode, your only mindset is to get out of the struggle. You are not seen as a human being to them. You are seen as a way out, as a means to a better life. And you might think that one would appreciate you taking them out of that struggle, but they don't. They feel like it's their right. They feel like they worked for it. They worked hard to manipulate you. They worked hard to gaslight you. They worked hard pretending to love you. And this is all culturally bred. Every time I have gone to my mother-in-law about my husband, she says, just forgive your husband. He loves you. Forgive your husband. Because that's what the women are taught. The women are taught to put up with this. To put up with the lying, to put up with the cheating, to put up with physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse. So as much as I love my mother-in-law, because she's a beautiful woman, I cannot take her advice.
9-year-old Okechukwu Valentine Osuji, a man who carried out a large-scale business email compromise attack against U.S. companies, have just been jailed. Operating out of Nigeria, Malaysia, and the United States, Okechukwu and his criminal partners wreaked havoc on the U.S. They specialized in using spoofed fake emails that looked very legitimate to trick their victims into transferring money to their own accounts. For years, they defrauded hundreds of people, including banks and NGOs. One of the most heartbreaking stories involved an elderly woman who lost her entire life savings. She unknowingly gave Okechukwu complete access over her bank account. The criminal used the account to receive stolen funds and then withdrew all her money. In 2022, Okechukwu was arrested in Malaysia and extradited to the United States. The extent of his criminal operations was exposed. He has stolen over $6 million. Eventually, he was found guilty of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and aggravated identity theft. On December 4, 2024, Okechukwu Valentine Osuji was sentenced to 8 years in prison and was ordered to pay restitution to his victims. His partner, Tolulope Bondude, had already been sentenced to 2 years in prison earlier this year. Okechukwu's victims didn't just lose money, they lost their homes, livelihoods, and peace of mind. The impact of cyber.
So as he's been abusing me, 2016, I got a first protection order. He promised to change as always. He knows how to manipulate the mind. He knows how to play mind games with me. He has made me lose my reasoning capacity so bad. I have 4 children with this guy. He met me with no child. I've got 4 children. So it happens that as he's always beating me, I open up again. His family that are here, his brothers, they went to my family to go and plead with my parents that I will not endure abuse anymore. That they've seen me being abused. They also have seen it with their own physical eyes. They know very well how me and my children were living here. Finally, I did allow to the bail. As he went out, the bail conditions was that he stay separate, I stay separate. As he was staying elsewhere, he kept on calling me, checking on the kids, saying he'll be a better man. I kept proof of everything. He asked for me to take him to counseling. I organized counseling for him through Lifeline. Started coming back to the house, little. Little did I know that he's coming to take away everything from me. He took everything. Fraudulently, he changed cars from my name to his friend's name. The last time I dropped the Kia Sportage I was driving, it was by the car dealership where he said they're looking for the car to buy it through finance. But those cars were in my name. He stole my ID. I couldn't vote. I couldn't do anything. He took my particulars, took everything from our business account, shit, everything. He just got his permanent residency to stay in South Africa just April. Just this April, he got his permanent residency. That's when he became worse. He said for me to take him to prison. He's gonna show me. Then I asked him, but you've been abusing me for 15 years. What option did I have? Because the abuse now is affecting the children so bad. On the 26th of May, he defied the warrant of arrest, the protection order that I had. The only thing that I thought is going to protect me whenever he starts being violent. Waphula endlini, broke the house and ran and left. Amaphoyisa lawa ngiwabizile we-10-111 mewefika ngibachazela ukuthi lo bhuti lo wenzani, and then he took my particulars that I can't vote, I can't do nothing. I did keep evidence of all these things through the camera at our house that he installed to monitor me. All these years I'm a slave. I must serve and worship him in everything he wants. I'm not allowed to have friends. I'm not allowed to go many places. He monitors me through the cameras at the house everywhere he is. My life is just a mess. And I'm long so for the past 15 years.
Thank you for watching. May the Most High be with you, protect and guide. Bye bye. Nisalene kahle.